new episode. We're starting back in. This girl's probably gonna go to jail.
Yeah, we're not that good of a lawyer yet.
No.
They really put this tough case on us in the second episode.
They really just said, yeah, you're gonna start with murder cases. So what do I do now? I can move, I can go somewhere. She's good, I can't talk to her anymore.
We have to go back to the hotel.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you remember.
I'm gonna try and do a British accent. This might take a while. Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are?
Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir.
Oh, right. I forgot we were in a hotel.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you'd like. Enjoy.
They just, like, let Phoenix in?
Yeah.
Wait, no, hey! Oh, why does it seem like every time I come in here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
Ah, you came back quick!
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, white!
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue, but also that Mr. White, the girl talked about that. Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her mom's enemy.
Right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Literally, like, 30 minutes ago.
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now it's my chance to see what's inside. Huh? What do we have here? A wiretap?
It was in the phone! It was in the phone!
It was in the phone! You're so right! What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? I don't think
this isn't legal.
No.
This is not legal.
There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. I bet her name isn't even May, it's probably June.
Fucking October ass.
October!
I barely know her.
Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all of this. I know it! Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial. That's for sure. For Maya's sake.
Bellboy? Still there?
Uh-oh. Time to scram! I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court!
He's saying all this in his mind like a little dumbass. Oh, Jojo! Jojo! Jojo reference!
Wait,
Jojo!
What's Jojo reference?
To be continued.
Oh,
It's
okay.
JoJo. Oh, no. Miles! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Mia Fey. Oh, it's him.
Do you want to be
No.
Edgeworth, or should I be Edgeworth?
I mean, I can if you want. I'm voicing a lot of people this episode.
I know, I'm trying to, like, even it out at this point, but I swear to God, we keep giving each other voices of people who are talking to each other. Okay, I'll be Edgeworth. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
He just wanted to have an accent.
You want me to be cool like Miles? Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Mia Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. He wasn't a witness, though. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
Does this thing weigh like 100 pounds?
It must.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue?
It's a fucking clock.
Now, Detective.
Oh, Miles.
Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Mia Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony, Mia Fey's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Mia Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Mia Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Mia Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a
Cross-examine
single
these nuts.
I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What is this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Ignore the fact that the guilty person has thrown a piece of paper across the room towards me.
Cross-examination, Mia Fey's arrest.
That, right?
You could, yeah, and then do the autopsy, maybe, because this is the time.
Yeah, but also remember the window said that you couldn't see, like, you could see a person, but
Yeah.
you couldn't say the...
Yeah.
Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? Exactly. What about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can't have its advantages. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir.
What is with these people testifying?
They literally have no thought.
If Judge Judy was here, none of this would be going on.
This shit would be shut down so fast.
For real.
There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results of the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the serial killer's name. It just said killer, but she'll do it again. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor.
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, sir.
Try to be more careful.
This man is finally awake.
I'm not gonna live any longer. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Cross-examination. Hard evidence. I think it would be him assuming the killer.
Yeah. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that a victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. What was that animation? He's like, gotta shrug and shake my head. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in here somewhere. Let's find it.
Bruh.
Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Would it be that?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This
'Cause-
is hard. I'm not smart. I don't know where I'm going.
I didn't go to
man.
Harvard Law.
I only went to college for 2 years.
I'm
They
still
didn't
in
teach me
college.
Jack.
On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right hand.
Wow.
Whoa, really good. Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. The death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey? That's really what you're saying. Well, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But. No but-ing your way out of this one, detective.
Damn. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When?
The day after the murder.
I forgot.
No.
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. That is 100% faked.
Yeah.
I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something like this up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look so shocked. Something you want to say? Let's shit on Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Even though we shouldn't.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Bro, if you do one more animation, I will stab you.
Quit bowing, my god.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness.
Oh no.
This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please?
April May, at your service, wink. What the fuck?
I don't get monetized on this channel, but I think that just created a demonetization.
Order, an introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
It was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fey & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy. I hate this woman. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness testimony. Witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of, slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. The judge told you not to do that, bitch.
Well, Your Honor.
See. It is a remarkably solid testimony.
He literally closed his eyes. He's like, I can't see this shit no more.
He's like, I don't want to see no thoughts. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Rat.
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Rat, will you cross-examine the witness? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, witness's account. Yeah. Just question it, and then you can tell it. You can ask her if she's lying about it, because we don't think that she's the one that did it.
Oh, you're right. How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things, dumbass. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. It was me. Miles Edgeworth. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
I question the testimony. He's not right. Fuck him.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
Yeah? What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Rat, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Mia Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. She's a sad beige child wearing sad beige clothing, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, you need to notice it.
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her.
She's crunchy.
And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Little bowling pin head ass. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. But we do.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Oh, she did not say that. She did not say roar. I hate this woman. Roar? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Don't darling me, you bitch.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm getting sick and tired. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink. I hate this bitch. Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
Witness testimony. Witness's account. Yeah. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
The glass was on the left.
Yeah, it was. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think.
She wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, she can't see.
It was never called a clock.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
This man is so tired.
Cross-examination, witness account. You should do the thinker. How would she know?
Yeah. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. Bruh.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Feeling? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Shit.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder!
Dang. Order. Order.
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The
witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here.
Shut up, Miles.
The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
What? Yes, of course, you will withdraw your question, Mr. Rat.
The judge is literally a simp for, Edgeworth.
I mean... Can you blame him?
Yes. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. That's all I'm going on here. Do you think I know anything else about lawyering? It's called Ace Attorney, but you guys keep calling me a lawyer. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. I am so fucking tired.
Oh, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
You dumb. You dumb. What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it say the time. How the fuck?
So, you've been to the law offices of Fey & Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
It didn't have stuff in it. It had papers in it.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, bruh.
The law office of Fey & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. Are you telling me this clock is not only 100 pounds, but also the same
Loudest
volume?
clock?
Both their windows were closed, and you were still able to hear it?
This thing had no clock mechanics in it. And still wrong, bitch.
You're telling me Butts was able to make a sonic boom clock? She could have easily heard the clock. BS.
Well, Mr. Rat, are you satisfied? Fuck no.
No, Your Honor. I can't give up on this now. I'm not satisfied because...
It couldn't have rung.
It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that this clock, in question rang.
It's empty.
It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now.
I'll look. Oh, shit.
See anything interesting, Your Honor? Or should I say, see nothing, Your Honor?
It is just as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. He couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Well, Miss May? This bitch. Tisk tisk. What? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty, somehow. He knew! I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
You have the phone call.
I do!
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. Through the walls like a little rat. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork removed what is, boom,
cell phone?
A bunch of stuff that we've already read.
I've already read it.
Oh, I pressed E. That's why I clicked enter. There's a lot of buttons.
You're doing great.
Take a look at this.
Huh, that's a very cute cell phone. I want one myself.
Yeah, this man has the exact same cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of the conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order in the court. Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Look at his eyes. He's dying.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. But we already know this. You don't have to read it again. Your Honor, I think it makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived to her at her hotel.
What?
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it again? I go to so many.
Butts made it!
Oops, I forgot. Wink! So, the witness had seen it before. That would make sense.
Yes. The witness has claimed she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well, then let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
Ooh! Oomph!
Oh? Excuse is not on sale today?
Damn. Oh.
Her heart turned upside down. Oh!
Oh! What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Holy...
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Gary?
This bitch crazy. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Just tell me.
What, Jojo?
Oh god. Jojo. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to
She's
explain.
doing math.
Walter White is the real killer. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of this matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because...
You had heard about it. Mr. White.
The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
This man cannot hear. It's a new term to him. That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. The wire. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap. Yay.
Wrong button.
Oh. Yay.
Have a look at this.
Oh, that.
I found it in Miss May's room. Completely illegal.
It's fine. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
You're irrelevant.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely! Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. We literally went over the phone recording like 20 minutes ago, and she said it. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the recording of them saying it. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Yeah, we know. We get it. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at that witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Phoenix is like, yeah, that's what I am, dumbass.
It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Because she didn't do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
Ugh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point.
What tone of voice? Excuse you?
Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can and will. Why are you admitting this?
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Of course she drinks iced coffee. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy, wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Ugh.
Miles. So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's cell phone, or telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing...
Miles. Oh, Miles.
What the hell? That is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. My dude, I think it does. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Mia Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something.
We talked to the bellboy.
Do you want to call the bellboy as a witness?
Yes, he's very nice.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk it quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. Huh? However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's not the killer.
And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Mia Fey. That is my condition. But that doesn't make sense. That's 2 conditions. What? Yeah. I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
Just accept it, because if we give up, it'll stop the trial.
Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap.
I don't think real lawyers can do this.
No, not at all. Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to stand. We're doing so well.
We are. Alright, but with that, we're gonna call the bellboy in for the next episode. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye!